In this project, I visualized mantle convection using 3D spherical simulation data. The dataset contains temperature anomalies, plume structures, and convection flow throughout the Earth's mantle. My goal was to reveal the internal layering of the mantle, identify hot and cold plume behavior, and show how convection evolves over time using a variety of visualization techniques. This first animation peels back the Earth's outer layers to reveal the temperature anomaly field inside the mantle. In this view, red regions are hotter than average mantle material, while blue regions are cooler, denser anomalies. Peeling back the spherical shell exposes the mantle's global thermal structure, making it easy to identify major hot upwelling zones and deep cold downdwellings. This provides a foundation for understanding the plume behavior shown later. This next animation isolates only the plume structures to highlight their geometry and vertical movement. Removing the surrounding mantle reveals how plumes stretch upward from deep within the earth. Their branching shapes, thickness variations, and lateral bends become much clearer. This helps show how buoyant hot material travels through the mantle and connects different depth levels. This third animation peels the earth open again, but this time focuses exclusively on cold temperature anomalies. These blue structures represent cold, dense slabs sinking downwards. This visualization emphasizes where subducted material descends through the mantle and how far it penetrates. Together with the hot plume view, these animations illustrate the full convective cycle of rising and sinking material. This next sequence shows the first time series of convection lines, capturing mantle flow at the start of the simulation. Here, streamlines reveal how material circulates through the mantle. You can see convection cells forming, with hot material rising in some regions and cooler material sinking elsewhere. This time set establishes the early organization of the mantle's large-scale flow. This following animation continues with a second time step, showing how the flow field evolves. In the second time set, many of these features shift. Plumes drift laterally, slabs deform, and circulation patterns reorganize. Comparing these two time steps highlights how dynamic mantle convection is, even over short geological intervals. Next, I show a set of path trace still images and one path trace animation to highlight fine structural detail. This specific cut through of the Earth uses physically based lighting to reveal temperature layering. Path tracing adds realistic shadows and depth, making it easier to distinguish gradients and structural boundaries within the mantle. This second still focuses on the mantle just above the core. This region contains the hottest material, where plumes originate. Path tracing enhances the visibility of plume roots and shows how heat concentrates along the core mantle boundary. This third view removes a corner of the Earth to expose interior plume geometry. With part of the sphere removed, plume shapes and temperature gradients become much easier to interpret. You can clearly see how plumes widen as they rise and how their internal temperatures vary. Here I applied a threshold filter to isolate the plume structures using only temperature values. Thresholding removes everything except regions within a specific temperature range. This produces a clean representation of the hottest plume structures, helping confirm their connectivity, vertical extent, and overall shape. This first comparison uses a corner cutout of the Earth to compare isosurface rendering and volume rendering. The isosurface clearly outlines where the temperature ranges reach specific values. This creates sharp surfaces that create plume outlines easy. The volume rendering shows the full gradient and distributions of temperature values, revealing details inside the plumes that are invisible with an isosurface. Both approaches visualize the same feature but highlight different scientific aspects. This second comparison compares and contrasts temperature anomalies' location within the Earth versus how they move over time. The first approach shows where hot and cold regions are located and how they're shaped. This second approach shows the cold plumes sinking and shifting over time, emphasizing their temporal behavior. Both views show the same temperature anomaly slice. The static slice highlights the structure of the plumes. The animated slice shows the movement of the cold plumes, highlighting how they evolve over time. Together, they visualize the same feature but reveal different scientific insights, where it is versus how it behaves. Together, these visualizations reveal the full cycle of mantle convection: hot plumes rising, cold slabs sinking, and the global flow reorganizing over time. By combining animations, time varying sequences, path tracing, filtering, and rendering comparisons, we gain a deeper understanding of the Earth's internal processes. Thank you for watching.